I guess sticking with Liverpool, the Trent contract situation has not been as vocal as Mohamed Salah and a little bit as Van Dijk. And a lot of people kind of see that as him kind of already agreeing a move to Real Madrid. Reports from Marca came out this week saying that that's happened. What do you guys think will happen with Trent and his contract? What do you think he should do? Two separate questions.
I think there's just too much smoke around this, and also his behaviour over the summer holidays. You know, Bellingham, and those are all kind of telling signs. You know, like you've gone away. You're like, all right, we're hooking up for the holiday. We're rolling. You know, so I just think there's just a number of things, and I think it's a challenge for him. I think it's a new challenge. I think there's a desire to be considered the out and out best right back in the world, and also a generational talent and be really respected. What else can he do at Liverpool? He's won the Premier League, he's won the Champions League, he's won
everything.
He's won everything. So, and he's young, and that's the beauty of it. He's young, so there's even scope for him to go and come back, you know, and that's kind of be, you know, finish his career at Liverpool. So, I think he goes. And what was the second question?
What do you think he should do?
No, I think he definitely should go. I think as a professional, if you're a person that wants to be the best, you put yourself at a challenge. And Real Madrid, just because of that next level of pressure that comes with playing for Real Madrid. And I think it's set up for him. The right back's, 30 odd now?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, about 31, 32. Yeah. So I think it's just perfect for him to slot in. They will allow him to play his style of football as well. So I think it's a good relationship.
I think his contract situation is being seen differently to Salah's and Van Dijk because he's a scouser. Like he came up through the academy as a result. And I think almost if there was more discourse on his, I think it would irritate the fans even more. I think Salah can say, yeah, pay me this because he's someone who's come in, he's been there for 8 years and he's been a great servant to the club. That's great. Virgil van Dijk, again, they can have those conversations. Trent can't say anything because he's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't. Yeah. If he says, oh, I love Liverpool, then if you leave on a free as well, it's going to be like, well, you've not given us anything back. Obviously, he has in terms of his performances. If he then says, oh, actually, I'm interested in the Real Madrid thing, you're in the midst of a title run, all of these things, I think it is really difficult for him to even be vocal on it as well. I think he should go. I think it's a good time for him to go. I think what's probably thrown it off is probably how good Liverpool have been this season. I think if they were like, say, third and like slightly middling, potentially,
it would be like a new journey.
It would be like, all right, cool, you know what? I've done what I need to kind of do. The fact that you've kind of come in and you've blitzed the league, it's a bit like, oh, so it could be a good parting bit, but it could be like, yo, actually, maybe this is the place to be, right? If we keep the band together, it might be good.
Another title,
The only thing I would think about, though, is the potential drop-off next year. Salah's having an amazing season. I think he can still be good next year. Virgil will be 1 year older as well. There's a few things that have happened in that Liverpool squad. This might be...
their last.
This might be it. A bit of like the last dance. Yeah, this might actually be the peak. This might be the peak this year. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Slot, but this could be the peak. So actually, is it a good time to go out on this high note? It's a really difficult one. And I think his is the most difficult contract to call because it would make perfect sense considering everything that happened for him to go. But because Slot has come and completely changed the landscape within 6 months, he may be thinking to himself like, right, if I actually go, maybe Liverpool's where it's cooking.
Yeah, so on the peak thing, I think the condition of Virgil and Mo, in terms of physical condition, would enable them to play at this level for maybe at least another 2 years after this season. So I'm not worried about the drop-off. I'm not saying it won't happen, but I'm not worried about that. So I'm like giving the contract. With Trent, it's very much like you said. He's seen as like the poster boy for Liverpool at the minute. And a lot of the discourse I see online from Liverpool fans is that why would you leave what's happening now at Liverpool? And I get that to an extent, but what a lot of fans are doing, which I hate, they're living out their desires through players. And in this instance, it's Trent. So they're like, well, why would you leave this? Well, because I'm a professional and I want to take my career and see what I can do outside of this. Like anyone would in their, or like most people should in their professional walk of life. And what a lot of fans do, they don't see footballers as having a job.
Yeah.
They see them as their commodities and what makes them happy.
Especially when they're local.
Yeah.
Which is the added part. We can't move from that.
And football fans in general have got to get away from that.
Yeah.
Like, I know I love Liverpool. Like, I live in London. When I go and watch Liverpool play, I'm spending a lot of money to go watch Liverpool play.
Yeah.
But if Trent wants to leave, I'm not going to be here and be like, well, you owe it to Liverpool.
Mm.
No, because contracts are two-way. I sign a contract to play for the club, and the club signed a contract for me to play for them. Like, it's a two-way thing.
He wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here.
Well.
Like, it's a two-way thing. So for me, I don't want Trent to leave, but if he was to leave,
Wouldn't be upset.
yeah, like go with the blessing.
And
Like,
you've also got a good cover, right? You got Conor Bradley.
yeah,
He's injured, but he's been the good
Yeah.
servant when he's come on, and
I
he
think you
will
need to
improve.
buy it right back.
yeah. My
Yeah.
only
No, but you've got enough there that you can work with him, and he will improve. It gives you kind of a different option in terms of how he plays the right back position. I'm not saying you don't need a right back, but you can actually wait a season because technically you got Gomez and you got Conor Bradley, so actually I've got two solid right backs. It might not bring me the attacking free flowing style that I want to play, but they can play it really well and give me the balance that I need. So for us to find a very good right back to swap him in for. So
yeah, and I think
Mm.
my only potential concern looking forward is like we signed Chiesa, he hasn't really been fit, etc.
Yeah.
What kind of transfer dealings do we have going forward? Because obviously, the sign we're going to have to make signings next season. Like, we can't go into next season
with the
this
same
squad.
squad. Yeah.
What kind of profile are we going to make, etc. That's the only thing I'm slightly.
I can see you lot signing a
worried about.
central midfielder because I think Gravenberch is getting through a lot of work in the 6.
You know, it's good that he got to come off early today.
Yeah.
Take him off.
I think McAllister has definitely been a lot better in the 8 than he was playing in the 6 last year. And I think that kind of Curtis Jones to Bosley piece we've spoken about already. I think if you were to bolster that area, I think it would make a lot of sense. I think you could definitely need a left back. I think that's definitely something that's been on the talk for a while. And I also think it's interesting to what's going to play out for you lot up front. I don't think Slot keeps Nunes.
I don't think so either.
I think I've looked at what Diaz has done there. I've looked at what Jota's done there as well. And he's only really played there when the others haven't really been fit.
available.
When everyone's available, Nunes doesn't really touch pitch in the same way. I don't think he wants that because he's added more control to your team already. So I think he goes. So I think you then probably look for a different profile of striker as well. And I can see those 2 or 3 signings being really crucial. If Trent goes, because remember, Trent's vice captain as well. Again, these are all the things that people forget that. Like, he's been made vice captain. Let's say Virgil was to not stay, he would then inherit the captain's armband.
Yeah.
And now you're going to go for free. So I understand more of the emotional attachment that's attached to it. I think, like you said, from a clear business decision, him going to Real Madrid to explore that culture, having someone like Bellingham there as well, there's a real key spot there. It makes sense. And I think another point that we need to look at as well is what Real Madrid are probably looking to potentially do is we're now going to be in trouble because they're going to start looking at Saliba. I can see them want Saliba and Trent to be there to the right side.
Take him
100%. I can see that happening as well. So I'm pretty sure that
attention will come up.
Yeah.
Our way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's going to be really interesting, right?
It's going to be really interesting.
I think Real Madrid are going for a small rebuild. And they've got a lot of youngsters, and I think they see him as. And you got to remember, Real Madrid will play the waiting game. They've done it with Mbappe.
Yeah.
They said, "All right, we're not going to buy it."
And I also think, that's another thing as well, because I don't know, because someone was saying if Trent signs a contract and then Liverpool get a fee, it's better. I don't think Real Madrid will push so hard to pay for him.
No.
I think it has to be this, so they can really lavish him with the wages, give him that feeling as well.
All them
And Trent will never be in this position again, where he can be 26 years old, command that as well. So you almost have to look at, again, the full context of it. If he does sign, he's signing for life. I think if he signs a contract for you, he's there for life.
Yeah.
There's no other opportunity for him to go to Real Madrid like this again.
Yeah.
And so I just saw it came up. Salah's still kind of twerking. He come out and said, "We're so far away from our contract agreement."
Salah's definitely.
No, but no, I think he wants to stay. I think he's desperate to say. I think it's a good relationship. I don't think he wants to. You see, when you get you see what's the beautiful thing for Liverpool. You see when a player loves the city, loves the fans, loves the club. And you don't get that a lot. So look, remember Benitez loves Liverpool.
Yeah, he didn't leave.
There's so many players that have left Liverpool and love Liverpool. You know what I mean? And I think for Liverpool or for the board, you got to make it work with Salah.
Last point on that though, I think if Klopp stays, Salah doesn't stay.
Yeah.
Because that relationship clearly broke down.
Yeah.
And so again,
it's
Arne
funny.
Slot's one of his biggest jobs was going in and getting a good working relationship with Mohamed Salah, and we've seen the benefit of it as well. So I think
it's
that
funny
bit
you
has
say
to be
that,
factored in as well.
because when we played West Ham last season,
That was when
that's when they had the bust up.
Yeah.
And then
He drew 2-2, didn't you?
Yeah, the interviewer said it today, and he was like, "Yeah, me and Virgil were making fun of that about that in the changing room."
Yeah, because you drew 2-2 in the back end of the season, and that was when things started to look a bit.
Dropped. Yeah. So
Imagine that.
yeah, so yeah,
Drop him again, yes.
be interested. Be interested to see how all three contracts play out.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it doesn't derail kind of Liverpool's momentum second half of the season. I think we'll leave the top six signings things for next week, because that's when the transfer window is.
Yeah.
So we'll go then.